Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. Today is Tuesday, March 24th, 2020. If you're watching the VODs on YouTube, please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you are so inclined, head on over to twitch.tv/OtakuShowboat to leave a follow to be notified when I go live Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. You can do all of the social stuff through the links below the video, including supporting Planeton's mods development at patreon.com/Planeton and myself at patreon.com/OtakuShowboat. So, today we are going to do Circuit 2s. Ideally, we're going to do the Circuit 2s today. However, I will make very, very clear at the beginning a correction to the thing I talked about the last stream. So I need to make sure that I correct this because things change. So last time at the very beginning we had our moment of Schadenfreude over GameStop and the things that have been happening there. Yeah, as it turns out, uh, the truth is a little bit more complex than what it seemed to be. So the concept, like Pennsylvania revoking the operating license of GameStop, was false completely. That didn't actually happen. As it turns out, that whole thing, that was all hoax. Pennsylvania did not revoke the operating permits for GameStop in the state of Pennsylvania. That did not actually happen. But GameStop was still pressured by Pennsylvania to be closed. So there was something going on there. It was not as extreme as fully revoking the operating permits for the stores. So that's more accurate. That's more accurate. Hello, Ave. Welcome. I'm just clearing up something from last time. In that last time I had read a report that said, "Hey, GameStop has had its operating permits revoked from this in the state of Pennsylvania." As it turns out, that isn't actually true. That isn't actually true. But the governor did make sure to classify electronics and hobby stores, very specifically classified electronics and hobby stores as being stores that needed to close. So it there were elements that were true in that Pennsylvania was requiring them to close and was very much pressuring them to close, and they did eventually close, and they did eventually decide to close everything. But it seems that their decision to close everything was more a function of both the PR nightmare that it was revealed that they were trying to stay open, as well as the pressure from the state governments. It did not go as far as revoking their business license. So there was pressure, and there was definitely a PR backlash against them trying to stay open. So that is more accurate what happened there. So just wanted to make sure that we got the facts straight. Because apparently that whole reporting about the business licenses being revoked in Pennsylvania was sourced from Reddit. Because Reddit totally tells the truth all the time. You can totally trust Reddit, right? You can totally trust Reddit for your information, for your news reporting. Yeah, people should be shopping online, and what GameStop has done is they've shut down the in-person stores. That's fine, and that's what's expected, and they should be operating online and through. I would argue they shouldn't even have curbside pickup, but you have to have some degree of being able to operate. They do have orders that still need to be fulfilled that have previously been made that can be offered through curbside. If you're going to have restaurants doing takeout, then sure, you can have takeout retail as well. Anyway, let's play the game. Let us play the Factorio game, where the goal for today will be these beautiful things. The glorious Circuit 2s. The glorious Circuit 2s. Apparently Ave's going on lockdown starting tonight. For my state of Virginia, we've just gotten yesterday, I think, the news that the schools will be continued. They're going to stay closed through the rest of the academic year now. So my state is now one among the growing number of states that are now closed for the academic school year for the remainder of the year. So that's through June. Think of that as the schools are out through June into the normal summer break period, and also likely going to be closed all the way until September. This area, I know at least, of the state starts public school the day after Labor Day in September. And the universities are officially on remote through the remainder of the semester. The Old Dominion University, which is my undergraduate alma mater, they are pushing back their commencement at the moment, still trying to figure out what they're going to do with the commencement ceremonies. People want something like remote or electronic, some other means of still doing it. I don't see the point, really. I mean, the commencement ceremony is simply a ceremony, right? There's nothing of actual value outside of the symbology of going through the ceremony. That's all it is, right? So you don't have to do it to actually graduate. Like you can still get your diploma if you don't attend the commencement. So I think those people are just being a little bit too stubborn. I guess that's the word to use here. Those students are being a little bit too stubborn. Like it doesn't matter. Your life is a little bit more important. Like your actual life is a little bit more important than attending a graduation ceremony. I I have to say that your life is a little bit more important than attending a graduation ceremony. Because that's all it is. It is a ceremony. It is a symbolic thing. It is not actually required for you to graduate. Just newsflash, you don't actually need to go to a commencement ceremony. I didn't attend a commencement ceremony when I got my master's degree. Like, these things, they're not actually required. You don't have to go to them or do anything with them. Anyway, so Pi changed a few things. Pi changed a few things, and by the way, can I just say just F you on the Lieutenant Governor of Texas for their recent comments? Because they literally told people in no uncertain terms that they would rather put their life at risk for the economy to function. They basically said they would rather give their life and die to the virus to cause less harm to the economy. Yes, this is actually a thing. And this is actually what our wonderful president is actually trying to get to have happen. They want to restart everything. They want to get rid of the closures to get the economy actually moving again. They want to get rid of these restrictions because the cure is more harmful than the disease. Because they don't want the cure to be causing more harm than the disease. Let's just ignore the fact that if you bring everything back, everyone's going to get sick. You're going to end up with a lot of essential retail not having enough people actually being able to work because they're sick. You're going to have all of the entire healthcare system be swamped. And you're going to end up with people that are going to be dying of stuff that's not even coronavirus related because people have to make decisions. There's going to be triage in every single hospital in the entire nation. You're going to end up with a much bigger problem than this. I think that's starting to get lost on some politicians, is that we're doing this. Yes, it's very painful what we're doing right now. It is very painful for the economy to close down, but you're losing sight of what would happen if we weren't doing this. They're starting to lose sight of what would actually be happening if we didn't do this, and if we stop doing this. It's like they can't see what would happen if we're not doing this, what would actually be happening, the whole point of doing this in the first place, right? Anyway. So, CERMITs are now required for neuroprocessors. Just by the way, that just got pushed just now in an update to the Pi Suite. So, yeah, that's a thing. That is absolutely a thing. So now my Pi Science won't actually be moving because I won't have, or once I go through the currently accrued amount of neuroprocessors that I have, the rest of this stack, I won't have any more Pi Science because, well, CERMITs. But that's what we're working on today. Yes, that, like, completely disconnected from reality at this point. It's like, are you actually serious right now? It's like, are you really that dumb? Like, you start to question just the intelligence of some of these people at times. It's like, are you kidding right now? Like, are you really kidding right now? Oh, hey, I think that I have a slight issue. What all of a sudden? What is? Oh, hey, so I think my Tholen requirement just has gone up on the power draw. I think my power draw just went up for something. Hmm. Hmm. 117-ish. Yeah, so that's a slight problem. Okay. I have solutions to this problem. It's just I need inventory space for the solutions to this problem. Please, game. I need to be able to push E to close that. I'm going to say that until it changes, by the way. I'm going to continually say that this needs to change. And that needs to auto-highlight when I push tab. So, if I do 10 here, right? And I push tab to go to the next thing, it needs to auto-highlight this number. Because if it's on 50, say, if I go here and I push 10 and I push tab, that needs to auto-highlight so I can just type 10. Yeah, it needs to select this. It needs to select this when I tab into it. Like, come on. These are very, very simple quality of life things that should have been part of this from the beginning. Do remember that I actually do get paid to do actual user testing, like through a website called User Testing. By the way, in case you were looking for a means of making a little bit of extra money on the side, there's this website called User Testing that pays you $10 per test that you take, that you qualify for. Yet, before all of this mess with the coronavirus, the approximate number of tests per week was about between 3 and 5 per week. So about 30 to 50 US dollars per week. So that was that's what I've done as well on the side, as well as transcription, which is not happening right now, by the way, as well. So, yeah, stuff, things. I need 4 of these and what, 6? Okay. So we're going to expand this a little bit. So I need, yeah, 8. Of course, I have 7 inventory slots and not 8. Get rid of that. This would add 72. I need a little bit more than 72. I need a little bit more than 72. I need about at least 250 more. So I need 4. I need 4. Okay, I need my crawdad. Where's my crawdad? Crawdadio. Also, we officially have a biotic airplane. Just by the way, we've got the biotic airplane now because Pyadon apparently wanted to also make aircraft as part of Pi Alien Life. Just build in the aircraft mod into Alien Life. So 4 times anyway, 1 2. Yep, that's a few of those. So what my plan was on the power situation, in particular, was to use the natural gas until I had circuit 2s and I could make a supply of the Mark II combustion turbines. My plan was to switch to combustion when I had access to the Mark II combustion turbines, which will happen as soon as I get circuit 2s. So consider this very temporary. Is the plane a pterodactyl? So the plane is a dancing armored cat with wings. Like dragon wings. It's a tiger with dragon wings. Black tiger with dragon wings and like the armor stuff. Yeah, it's a fat eye with wings is what it is. So, bat wings. Fine. We'll call them bat wings. Pyanodon. Welcome. I need a little bit more power. I need a little bit more power. Where's my thingies? Steam engines. Yeah, I need all of them. I need all of my steam engines. I need all of them. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. That's 1 and a half. More steam engines. That'll be 3. I need 8 more. 8 more stacks. There we go. That's 4! 4 builds of this. Also, are they using small power poles still? Yes, they are, so I may as well continue to use the small power poles. Where am I even? I am making them. They are around here somewhere. Here. Yeah, these. Oh, right, I'm totally auto-trashing all of the small power poles. Yeah, let's not do that. Hey, so you can actually do stuff with the tired augs. Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic, being able to just throw them into the grinder to make biomass. Yeah. Use the augs to make the power and then grind them. That sounds wonderful. That's a wonderful idea. However, I'm not doing the AUG power at the moment. I'll look at the AUG power, and I'll compare it to the Mark II combustion turbines, and then decide. I'm actually going to take the vehicle further down, if I can. Crawdad, no, don't get stuck. No. Crawdaddio. All right, I totally forgot something pretty important. Why? Why do I forget these things? I always forget these things. So you know what's good to have, right? Is the actual pump jacks. Yeah, those things. Yeah, those things are pretty important. The small derricks. Do I happen to have any spare on me? I don't think so. Hey, let's. What do I need for those again? What do I need for these thingies? Oh, you know, just the steam engines that I'm about to use. Steam engine, pipe, circuits, small parts, tin. Sure. Uh, yeah, I will simply grab things. I will grab things. Iron, wood. Can I get like not stacked copper? That would actually be great if I could get some not stacked copper. What else? Tin? All right. It would also help if I wasn't getting rid of every single plate that I have, as well as wood. Sometimes you just gotta click things. That's fine. What did you miss? Not much. You missed me complaining about politics. Basically. You missed me complaining about politics. About the complete ineptitude of a 70-year-old lieutenant governor of Texas saying that they'd rather put their life at risk for the economy to function than to have everything be in quarantine. That they'd rather have people out and about doing things and have the virus run its course than to cause damage to the economy. Like, really? It's like really? Yeah, this is some of you may die, but this is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Yeah, that it's exactly that, including his own life, by the way, because he's in that age group that is at highest risk. It's like, excuse me? Let's ignore the fact that just on the face of it, it's wrong. Like on the face of it, that the sentiment is completely and utterly of like it's BS completely, because if you bring everything back, you're just going to cause more harm than what you're trying to fix by bringing everything back. Like that, people don't understand that while this is a very not ideal situation for the economy right now, global economy, having to shut everything down for a period of time, the alternative is worse. And people are losing sight of the fact that the alternative is worse. And they're like, "Oh, we want to bring everything back and get everything moving again." Because that's worse than what it is now. Like, calm down. Please. Stay calm. And what is also sad is that there are estimates right now that the amount of lives that have been saved by shutting down and reducing pollution is actually greater than the amount of lives that have currently been lost by the coronavirus. That's a little sad. That's a little sad. But again, if we didn't take these measures, we would have much higher loss of life from the coronavirus. So, can we? It's just calm down. Just calm down a bit. I know it's bad. I know it's bad, but it would be a lot worse. If we go back, it'd be even worse still. And let's also just ignore the fact that this was words from a Republican who the platform of the Republican Party is a pro-life platform, the sanctity of life, all about the sanctity of life. You know, they're supposed to be all about the wonderful maintenance of life. It's like, oh, but the economy. But the economy. Let's have people risk their lives over the state of the economy. That's so totally part of the wonderful platform that you have, right? Anyway, we need power. We need power right now in this base. I also need to change these when I do this copy paste. I'm gonna do this copy paste. Oh, I don't think I have enough. No, I do. I should have enough of all the things that I need here. It's just that I will have to do an upgrade planner, which fortunately I already have, to get all of the iron stuff upgraded to the multi-purpose. Do I have Mark II turbines? When I get Circuit 2s, I will have Mark II turbines, and that is when I will transition to doing the combustion based power, combustion mix based power. But right now, with the immediate problem of needing a bit more power, I'm going to do this. That is how I will do this. So do the Mark II turbines mean 2 times the power for the same input? Not exactly, no. It's a difference in the efficiency. It is a bonus. It's not exactly 2 times, but it is more. It's more. That's the basic way of describing it. Oh, they apparently don't stretch that far. You're the limiting factor. Off we go. There we go. Now I have to connect all this. Beautiful. Alright, would help if the stuff over here actually had some power. Alright, so if you really want to look, the combustion turbine, the Mark 1... Oh, right, this is not... This doesn't actually show me the information. It is like 2 times more. Alright. So, Turbine Mark II is 95% efficient with 56.15. So, this one's 56.15 versus wherever the heck the level 1 is. So why do when I get a search for combustion turbine, does it not show me the Mark 1? Where exactly does Mark 1 live? Because it should be under Energy Generation 1. Why? Just show me Energy Generation 1. Like, where's Energy Gen 1 as a tech? Why is it not called what it should be called? Because I know Energy Gen 1 exists, right? Does it not? What is it? Coal processing? Energy Dash 1. That's fusion. That's methanol processing. That's coal processing 2. Coal processing 1 into Energy Gen 1. There it is. So we go from 24.82. 24.82. You know what would fix this? You know what would fix this, by the way, is if Energy Gen 1 was required to get Energy Gen 2. You know, that would help. That would help. So, yeah, this is effectively times 2. That is effectively times 2. I apparently am almost out of my pipe to grounds. Alright, well that's the supply. Now to get everything out of the vehicle. Where is vehicle? Vehicle is over here. Yes. Place all the things. We will eventually get to fusion, but we're nowhere near where we need to be to get into fusion. We'll do something proper for that. Where's the rest of these burners? And engines. Let there be engines!